Mayor and members of the council, the meeting is now being live streamed.
Thank you, City Clerk. The meeting will now reconvene at 6:31 p.m. City Attorney, will you please announce the closed session report?
Thank you, Mayor, members of the City Council. The City Council is now back in open session, having met in closed session to discuss the 3 items listed on the agenda. Staff provided a report for all 3 items, but no reportable action was taken. This concludes my report. Thank you.
Thank you. If there's no objection by the City Council, I will now adjourn the closed session City Council meeting at 6:31 p.m. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the April 27th, 2026, 6 p.m. regular joint meeting of the Bell Garden City Council and successor agency to the Community Development Commission. The meeting will now come to order at 6:31 p.m. Members of the public may view the agenda and listen to the meeting live online through the city's website, as noted on the agenda. If any members of the public should have a conflict, of the council, if anyone should have a conflict of interest, please announce the item prior to the item being heard. Tonight's invocation will be given by Minister Daniel Anguiano, and the Pledge of Allegiance will be led by Chief Camacho.
Thank you, Mayor and council members. So we can please stand to our feet as we come before God. Heavenly Father, we just like to thank you for your goodness and for your mercy, for granting us this opportunity to be here, Father God, in unity. Lord Jesus, we just present this meeting before you, Father God. I pray for the work of their hands, Lord, that you may bless everything that they do, Father, that your knowledge and wisdom may guide them, Father. Oh Lord God, and I bless their families, Lord, and the service that they provide to this community and this wonderful city, Father. I just pray, Lord, that as your word says, God, that if you don't go with us, we don't want to go. So we just pray for your guidance and for your blessing in this night. We put this agenda in your hands in the name of Jesus. Amen.
The United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
City Clerk, will you please announce the roll call of the members of the City Council?
Yes, thank you, Mayor. Members of the council and successor agency, Barsana,
Present.
Councilmember Chavez,
Present.
Councilwoman Sanchez,
Present.
Mayor Pro Tem Guillen, present, and Mayor De La Rosa.
Present.
Thank you.
And we will now move over to presentations. City Manager, will you please introduce the presentations?
Yes, thank you, Mayor De La Rosa. The first one we have is for the wrestling team, but we need to defer that to a future meeting. So the next one we have is we've got staff members here from Congressmember Robert Garcia's office to present the city with a ceremonial check for $250,000 for the Ford Park Playground and Restroom Improvement Project. Turn it back over to you, Mayor. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. We're here from the office of Congressman Robert Garcia. My name is Kayla. This is Raul, and we have our cameraman Dorian here. So we're here on behalf of the congressman to present this check to the city of Bell Gardens for $250,000 in support of the Ford Park Gym and Community Building Renovation Project. So these funds will go towards upgrading the HVAC system in the gym and the multi-purpose room, helping create a more comfortable, safe, and welcoming environment for everybody to use this space. Congressman Garcia is proud to support this investment and hopes that the funding will help the residents of Bell Gardens expand programming opportunities and maximize the use of this important community space. Thank you so much, and congratulations.
Thank you so much. Wow. Yeah, so just a brief comment. When the park gym at Veterans Park came up, it's just opened up the question like, oh, well, when is Ford Park gonna get a gym as well? And it's amazing, exciting. And if any of my colleagues have any other questions or comments, we'll just move over to the front and take a photo. Thank you so much.
Just thank you so much for being here today, and we appreciate the contributions. Thank you.
Likewise, I'd like to echo the sentiment. Thank you so much to our Congressman, Robert Garcia. Thank you to the amazing staff, for all the incredible the work that you do. And, I know after Prop 50, Congressman Garcia is no longer going to be our Congress member, but, we greatly, greatly appreciate all the work that he did, for us, for our community of Bell Garden. So again, thank you. And, we really appreciate those funds.
Thank you so much. I know when we renovated the gym at Port Park, everybody was really excited. And then as they started playing basketball, they're like, oh no, it's getting really hot. So I know that the community is going to be very happy with us being able to get the HVAC going.
Thank you so much. We'll move over to the front and take a photo. City Manager, please announce the next item.
Thanks again, Mayor De La Rosa. This next item is to raise awareness that the month of May is CalFresh Awareness Month. And we have the LA County Department of Public Social Services Public Information Specialist Gabriela Gomez here to provide a presentation to the council and to residents, anybody listening, about the CalFresh program. Thank you, Mayor.
Good evening. Ooh. There we go. Okay. Good evening, Mayor De La Rosa, City Council members, and residents of the City of Bell Gardens, and everyone who is here tonight, especially, and city staff. Thank you so much for holding this proclamation today. My name is Gabriela Gomez. I am a public information specialist with the Department of Public Social Services, and I will let my colleague introduce himself.
Good evening, everyone. Jose Arias. I am a Human Services Administrator with the CalFresh program for DPSS.
Thank you. On behalf of DPSS Director, Dr. Jackie Contreras, our more than 14,000 employees, our dedicated community partners, our 1.5 million CalFresh customers, and the approximately 320,000 potentially eligible county residents who are currently missing out on this valuable nutritional resource, I'm grateful and honored to accept this resolution, acknowledging May 2026 as CalFresh Awareness Month. This year's theme is Still Reaching, Still Feeding, and reflects a commitment to ensuring that all who are finding it ever more difficult to access proper nutrition know that CalFresh is here to help. DPSS is excited to partner with the City of Bell Gardens, and we look forward to working together in this crucial effort to connect our residents with CalFresh, a vital food resource. Thank you. Excuse me. We are committed to supporting our most vulnerable neighbors, including unhoused families and individuals with no place to store or cook food, and seniors and persons with disabilities who are unable to cook for themselves, with access to the Restaurant Meals Program. This allows them to purchase ready-made meals with their CalFresh benefit. During May, we invite all residents of the County of Los Angeles to follow DPSS on social media, on Facebook, Instagram, X, and YouTube for the latest on CalFresh Awareness Month. And we encourage you to share our website address, dpss.lacounty.gov, with someone who may need it. Again, we appreciate your ongoing support. Together, we can help LA County to stay nourished, healthy, and thriving, especially during these challenging times. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for all the work that's being done at the LA County scale. I saw a statistic that stated that approximately 25% of households in LA County are experiencing some sort of food insecurity, and it's an alarming figure. And think.
Especially with a lot of the changes that have happened now with HR1, a lot of the cuts to benefits and changes in eligibility. We want people to know that there are still ways that we can help them, and there are still ways that they can access nutritional support. So we're happy to be here. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, just want to say thank you for the work that you do. We really appreciate you. And also, you are a resident of Bell Gardens, so I'm happy to see that someone is continuing to work in your capacity to serve our community. So thank you.
All right, thank you.
City Manager, would you please announce the next item?
Sure. Thanks again, Mayor De La Rosa. The next item is a certificate of recognition for the Bike Brewery. If we could have the representative, please come up to the podium. Thank you, Mayor.
Hello, member. Good afternoon, good evening. My name is Franco. I am one of the F&B supervisors there at the casino. I've been there for 10 years. I have something little to say to you guys. On our behalf of everyone at Park West Bicycle Casino, I want to sincerely thank the city of this incredible honor. We are proud to be part of the community and grateful for the support we receive over these years. This recognition really belongs to our dedicated team and the loyal guests who walk through our doors every day. The energy and the commitment are what makes Park West Bicycle Casino what it is. We're looking forward to continue to serve, grow, and give back to the city. That means so much to us. Thank you once again for this award.
Thank you so much, Franco, and thank you so much for the hospitality that you and the Bike Brewery offer to our residents. It's a hidden amenity, I would like to say. It's tucked in the hotel section of the casino, and yeah, and I like to say that it offers great food at a quality, great quality at a great price, right?
Yes.
And thank you so much, Franco. And I would like to read this certificate here, which states, the Bell Gardens City Council proudly recognizes the Bike Brewery and commends you for your excellent culinary offerings, attentive service, and lively social atmosphere. We're delighted to have the brewery that brings high-quality craft beer and dining to Bell Gardens. As you celebrate your 11th year, we applaud you for your continued commitment to excellence. We extend you our best wishes for your ongoing success and growth. Signed by the Bell Gardens City Council. Thank you so much, Franco, and I'll open up the floor for any comments from my fellow colleagues.
Just thank you so much for your hospitality. It's always great to see you there with a big smile. Thank you.
On my behalf, Franco, thank you always for the great hospitality.
Thank you.
When I'm there, always giving us the best quality service. Really appreciate the happy hour special too from 4 to 7.
Yes.
Can't go wrong with that. Hey, I mean, I love that at Imame. Anyways, thank you again. Really appreciate it. Something that I really love about the bike that services our community is on all the badges of the employees, they have our logo of the city of Bell Gardens. So I'm always very, very proud to see that and, them representing our city too. So again, thank you so much. And thank you to everybody at the bike.
Thank you guys. Thank you.
I didn't know Councilmember Chavez was such a happy hour kind of guy. You gotta invite me one of these days because I gotta get with the program there.
If you want to have some edamame, all day, every day. I don't drink, so I mean, there it is.
I just want to say the work that you guys are doing over there is actually doing a great, is bringing a lot of happiness to our community. And I think everyone speaks very highly of the bike. So I'm sure you're very proud of working there. And I've been going a lot more this past year. So you're probably going to see me there. I know that you probably don't recognize me right now, but you know, I'm aspiring to be like Jorge over there, where people have like his badge on them and everything. He has an assigned title. Oh, okay, okay. My goal is to have a dish named after me. So
Maybe.
we'll see if I
We'll
accomplish
see.
that. But thank you for everything you do. I
Of course, thank you
appreciate it.
guys so much. Appreciate it.
So I know that the bike was established in 1984 here with the city, and so you guys have been around a long time, but I think just the transformation of what it was to what it is now brings a lot of people into our community and being able to have a good meal, you know, at the brewery. So thank you so much for all the service that you guys do.
You guys so much.
What's gonna be the name of the special, Marco?
I don't know, like the Marco. I don't know.
Okay.
You caught me off guard, Jorge.
Barcenas Brussels sprouts.
Oh,
There you
yeah.
go.
I know Miguel loves those Brussels
I
sprouts.
love Brussels sprouts, and if it,
Sold. I got it.
yeah, there you go. Thank you so much,
Oh,
Franco,
thank
and
you guys so much.
and let's just come up to the front and
Yeah.
take a photo. City Manager, will you please announce the next presentation item?
Yes, thank you, Mayor De La Rosa. The next item we have is a proclamation proclaiming the week of May 3rd through May 9th as National Small Business Week. I'll turn it back over to you, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you so much, City Manager. And here we have a proclamation in honor of National Small Business Week, which is from May 3rd through the 9th of May. It states, whereas since 1963, the United States has recognized the vital contributions of small businesses to American culture and the economy by celebrating Small Business Week, which is observed on May 3rd through the 9th of 2026, honoring more than 36 million small businesses nationwide. And whereas small businesses, defined as those with fewer than 500 employees, are responsible for creating 2 out of every 3 new jobs. And whereas a significant portion of these enterprises are non-employer businesses operated by dynamic entrepreneurs without paid staff. And whereas small businesses are essential to the success of communities at every level, contributing to and sustaining local, regional, state, and national economies while enhancing the quality of life for residents. And whereas small businesses continue to adapt to an ever-evolving marketplace by developing innovative ways to serve their communities, demonstrating resilience, perseverance, and creativity. And whereas recognizing the contributions of small businesses within our city is vital to promoting their success and encouraging their continued growth. And whereas the Mayor's Office and the Community Development Department and the Bell Gardens Chamber of Commerce work collaboratively with the small businesses and the community to support its growth and reaffirm a shared commitment to helping Bell Gardens' small businesses thrive. Now, therefore, be it resolved that I, Miguel de la Rosa, Mayor for the City of Bell Gardens, together with the City Council, do hereby proclaim the week of May 3 through the 9th as National Small Business Week in Bell Gardens, in recognition of the small businesses that provide valuable services to our residents and visitors, proclaimed on this 27th day of April, 2026. A proclamation. City Manager, will you please announce the next presentation?
Yes, thanks again, Mayor De La Rosa. The final proclamation we have tonight is to recognize the month of May as Older Americans Month. And we have resident Guadalupe Rivera here to receive the proclamation. If she could please come up to the podium.
Mi nombre es María Duque y mi madre se llama Guadalupe Rivera. Ella pertenece al Senior Center de aquí de Bell Gardens, de Scott, donde está Edith. Y quisiera darle las gracias.
I'd like to thank you because without this senior center, my mother would not be able to participate in all the activities that are there. Since she's been there, they brought new programs, new activities. My mom has so much fun playing loteria, Zumba, dancing, painting. There are a lot of things that have helped her by being at that center because she has health issues and this has helped her so much. So I'd like to thank you for all the programs at the senior center, and I'd like to thank Edith since she's been there, but everyone is all you have made that you all have made this a great senior center. Thank you.
Muchas gracias a ustedes y
Thank you all. Thank you
so everyone
both.
who's familiar with Guadalupe Rivera, I'll read a statement that was prepared. It says, Guadalupe Rivera has been a proud resident of Bell Gardens for many years and a dedicated, active member of the Senior Center. Over time, she has become a beloved presence, known for her warm spirit, positive energy, and genuine care for others. Guadalupe has a deep love for dancing and brings joy to those around her, encouraging others to stay active, engaged, and connected. In recognition of Older Americans Month and this year's theme, Champion of Health, Guadalupe truly represents what it means to live a healthy and fulfilling life. Through her daily participation at the center, she promotes not only physical wellness through activity, but also emotional and social well-being by fostering meaningful friendships and a strong sense of community. She is part of a close-knit group of women who gather daily to socialize and participate in activities, creating lasting memories and uplifting one another. Guadalupe is deeply loved and cherished by everyone at the center. Her vibrant personality, kindness, and wonderful sense of humor makes her a true champion of health and an inspiring example to all. Guadalupe, muchas gracias por brindar esta luz al centro de seniors. Gracias por su participación y usted es un buen ejemplo, ¿no? De ser un miembro comunitario efectivo, influyente y pues de todo corazón se lo agradecemos mucho y esta proclamación es dedicada para usted. Thank you, Guadalupe. I will now open it up for council to state a few comments.
Muy buenas tardes, señora Guadalupe. De mi parte, le quiero hacer una invitación. Si nos puede decir unas palabras de usted misma para que, pues, este reconocimiento para usted, de qué se trata, cómo se siente en estos momentos por recibir este reconocimiento para el mes de adultos mayores aquí en este país. Le quiero hacer la invitación. Si nos puede dar unas palabras, por favor.
Gracias. ¿A quién? A él. Gracias por...
A todos, no nomás a yo, pues.
A todos. Muchas gracias. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Muchas gracias.
Muchas gracias.
De parte mía, les quiero decir gracias por siempre estar activa en el centro. Yo de vez en cuando me echo la vueltita allí, ahí al centro, ahí por la Florence y la Scout.
Yeah, keep
Muchas actividades
repeating.
que tenemos, le agradecemos al equipo que tenemos allí con Iret y también con la directora Nava, que hacen muy buen trabajo. Y quiero que sepan que todos estamos ahí para ustedes, por el convivio que hacen, la alegría que uno siente cuando entramos a ese espacio. La verdad es un espacio diferente a la mayoría de otras partes de la ciudad. Y pues le agradezco mucho por siempre darnos la bienvenida y la felicito por recibir este reconocimiento de adultos mayores de este mes. So, de nuevo, muchas gracias por ser parte de la comunidad. Se lo agradecemos mucho.
Gracias. Y por ahí un pajarito me dijo que cuando Jorge va a visitar el centro de los seniors, se pone a cantar. A ver, Jorge, ¿cuál es tu canción favorita?
La Chona.
La Chona, hoy nomás.
No te creas.
Órale.
No, fíjate que me toca hacer el karaoke. Tengo tiempo que no voy a ese evento, pero sí he ido pues a los eventos de billar, que según van a tener un paseo de ya fueron a Catalita, a la isla de Catalina, que se van a ir al Cacingo, al Pachanga, se van a ir esta semana, digo, no sé si la siguiente semana, pero o la siguiente semana, se van a la playa, se van de hiking, ¿no? Pues, y nos pasan más de paseo para arriba y para abajo, y pues ya quiero contar mis años ya para yo también jubilarme, para irme de viaje, porque aquí puro trabajo. Pero de nuevo, muchas gracias y pues a ver, si Miguel se echa la canción, yo me la echo también.
Pues a practicar, se ha dicho.
Como digo, Miguelón, no se duele el camarón.
Así nomás. Any other questions or, sorry, any other comments before I read the proclamation?
Solamente me sobra decirle gracias por ser parte de nuestra comunidad, por brindarnos tanto amor, experiencia y alegría. Espero que siga gozando de nuestro centro y con todos sus compañeros y que Dios la siga bendiciendo.
También las apreciamos mucho, todo el consejo aquí, pero también la ciudad de Bell Gardens los aprecia mucho. Y pues yo veo que el programa ha estado mejorando por años, ya va para arriba, porque cuando yo era empleado, yo me acuerdo que no era tan bonito como es ahorita. Ahorita está de lo mejor. Gracias, Edith. Thank you, Edith, for taking care of our seniors. Y pues sigan adelante y aquí estamos para apoyarlas en todo. Gracias.
Y gracias por compartir la experiencia que tiene tu mamá allí en el centro y por dar las gracias a nuestros empleados también, ¿verdad? Como dijo que con Iret ha sido muchas cosas, pero también con los otros que están ahí y que siga divirtiendo, señora, de todo que ofrecemos. Gracias.
Bien, que son todos muy amables. Gracias.
Gracias. En un momento voy a leer la proclamación y ahorita nos tomamos una imagen, ¿ok? States here, proclamation in recognition of Older Americans Month. Whereas May is Older Americans Month, a time for us to recognize and honor Bell Gardens' older adults and their immense influence on every facet of American society. And whereas older Americans improve our communities through intergenerational relationships, community service, civic engagement, and many other activities. And whereas communities benefit when people of all ages, abilities, and backgrounds have the opportunity to participate and live independently. And whereas the City of Bell Gardens must ensure that older Americans have the resources and support needed to stay involved in their communities, reflecting our commitment to inclusivity and connectedness. And whereas Bell Gardens resident Guadalupe Rivera has been an active member of the Senior Center, a beloved presence, warm-spirited, positive energy, and leads by example by encouraging others to stay active, engaged, and connected. Guadalupe Rivera has been selected as Bell Gardens Older American of the Year nominee for the Los Angeles Aging and Disabilities Department's 61st Annual Older Americans Recognition Day event. Now, Therefore, be it resolved that I, Miguel de la Rosa, Mayor for the City of Bell Gardens, with the City Council, do hereby proclaim May 2026 to be Older Americans Month in the City of Bell Gardens. This year's theme, Champion Your Health. It focuses on prevention, wellness, and personal responsibility, encouraging older adults to take an initiative on having an active role in managing their health, accessing prevention care, and making informed decisions to support long-term independence. We call upon all residents to join me in recognizing the contributions of our older citizens, promoting programs and activities that foster connection, inclusion, and support for older adults. Proclaimed on this 27th day of April, 2026. Thank you so much, and thank you, Edith and the team, for making this possible and for focusing on on our seniors, our most beloved members of our community. So thank you so much, and let's take a photo. We will now begin with item 6.1. At this time, I will open public hearing at 7:04 p.m. City Manager, will you please introduce the item?
Yes, thank you, Mayor De La Rosa. This item is a consideration of an ordinance to amend Chapter 1640 of Title 16 of the Bell Gardens Municipal Code to permit the sale, use, and discharge of safe and sane fireworks. I'll turn it over to our Community Development Director, Manny Acosta, to provide a presentation and to conduct a public hearing. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. O'Kelly. Good evening, Honorable Mayor, members of the City Council, public, and community. Tonight, Mr. Alfonso Hernandez will provide you a brief presentation on the ordinance amendment and any questions at the end as well. Thank you.
There we go. Good evening, Mayor, Mayor Pro Temp, and Council. I am Alfonso Hernandez, City Planner. The item before you is an introduction of a safe and sane fireworks ordinance. It is staff's recommendation that the City Council, one, find the proposed ordinance number 967 is exempt from the California Environmental Quality Act pursuant to Section 15061B3 of the California Environmental Quality Act, and two, waive full reading and introduce ordinance number 967 by title only, amending Chapter 16.40 titled Fireworks of Title 16 titled Health and Safety of the Val Gardens Municipal Code to permit the sale, use, and discharge of safe and sane fireworks. Fireworks are broken down into two categories and are defined by the California Health and Safety Code. These categories are one, safe and sane, and two, dangerous. In summary, safe and sane fireworks are tested by the California State Fire Marshal to ensure they meet California safety standards. And dangerous are fireworks that we commonly refer to as illegal fireworks. They contain chemicals and explosives that pose a safety threat to the public. On June 22nd, 2019, the City Council adopted ordinance number 894, prohibiting the sale, use, and discharge of safe and sane fireworks. This represents the current regulations in the Val Gardens Municipal Code. On April 13th, 2026, and after prior discussions, the City Council directed staff to draft an ordinance allowing the sale, use, and discharge of safe and sane fireworks. This is a list of the sections that will make up the new fireworks ordinance. I'll pause to give the council and the public a chance to read through them. Some highlights of the new ordinance: applications are limited to nonprofits. The city will approve a maximum of 3 applications. Selection will be made through a lottery system. And lastly, location are limited to commercial properties except for religious institutions, which can use their own properties if located on a main corridor. Regarding the lottery, each year the city will conduct a lottery drawing to select those 3 approved salvage permits. 3 drawings will occur, each from a separate category. Each applicant will be placed into one of 3 categories upon submittal of their application. Those categories are Category 1, public/private school organizations, clubs, and sports. Category 2, religious institutions and their affiliated clubs. And Category 3, all other nonprofit organizations. Here is a timeline of execution and implementation of the ordinance. Today, we are introducing the ordinance. On May 11th will be the second reading and adoption of the ordinance, if it is a pleasure of the City Council. June 11th, the ordinance will become effective. On June 15th will be the application deadlines. And on June 18th, we will host the lottery drawing. Applicants will be given notice of the place and time of that drawing. The fee will be $150. This is the same as the previous fee prior to 2019 that the city had. On April 16th, 2026, a notice was issued in the Val Gardens Review newspaper, as well as posted at various city facilities. No public comments were received. In conclusion, staff recommends that the City Council, 1, find the proposed ordinance number 967 is exempt from the California Environmental Quality Act pursuant to Section 15061B3 of the California Environmental Quality Act, and 2, waive full reading and introduce ordinance number 967 by title only, amending Chapter 16.4 titled Fireworks of Title 16 titled Health and Safety of the Val Gardens Municipal Code to permit the sale, use, and discharge of safe and sane fireworks. And with that, I conclude my presentation, and we are available for questions. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Alfonso. Any questions or comments from my colleagues? And if not, we will open public participation for this item. City Clerk, will you please announce the instructions for public participation?
Yes, thank you, Mayor. Members of the public will now have an opportunity to speak on public hearing item 6.1 only. Please state your name for the record. Each speaker is limited to 3 minutes. Callers wishing to speak may do so at this time by dialing *9 from your phone, and when instructed, dial *6 to unmute yourself. Individuals joining through Zoom may request to speak by using the raise hand feature and select the unmute or microphone icon when instructed. We will first hear from speakers that are in person, and we did not receive any written communications.
We do have a public comment card for Edwin Gonzalez.
For the record, Edwin Gonzalez, resident of Bell, California. I've listened to the discussions regarding safe and sane fireworks. These legal fireworks have been instrumental in bringing families together and giving our communities wonderful memories during the 4th of July holiday. If these fireworks once again light up the sky in BG, I'm glad for those who have advocated for them to be reinstated. Allowing the purchase and use of legal fireworks in Bell Gardens to commemorate our nation's independence still leaves the community with the challenge of trying to detect and forbid illegal fireworks. The effort to curtail that type of activity will have to be perfected by local authorities, but also by other agencies that go after all forms of illegal contraband. The fireworks are a wonderful tradition, and I'm sorry that whatever the outcome turns out to be will definitely not please everyone. My opinion is that cities like Bell Gardens must prioritize having a clean environment, reduce hazardous noise, and maintain its streets as clean as possible. Allowing any type of fireworks takes the community in the opposite direction of that. Si el ruido a consecuencias de los cohetes perjudica la salud de algunos residentes, entonces esa actividad debería ser prohibida. Bell Gardens es una comunidad dinámica que ha logrado construir muchas oportunidades con su nuevo centro acuático. Pienso que esa instalación y con el apoyo de todos sus parques y de sus líderes municipales, la ciudad va a realizar actividades para que todos disfruten del 4 de julio sin tener que acudir a los fuegos artificiales. Eso no va a satisfacer a todos, pero los residentes tienen que entender que la estabilidad de todos es lo que los líderes tienen que asegurar. Concejales tienen que escoger si regresar a los tiempos de antes, no con la misma magnitud, porque si se permiten de nuevo los fuegos artificiales, se permitiera solo unos pocos lugares que van a operar. Yo creo que el concilio se inclina en dejar esa pequeña cantidad, obtener los permisos y poder vender fuegos artificiales. Pienso que lo más prudente es tomar la difícil decisión de rechazar la ordenanza que se está proponiendo. I'm always willing to give my input regarding issues that are paramount to the future of Bell Gardens. Thank you for your time and good luck. Con permiso.
Thank you. City Clerk, are there any hands raising, being raised on Zoom?
Yes, we do have one virtual participant. Zoom ID beginning with the ID Mario. If you would please select the microphone icon, you may begin with your comment. You have 3 minutes.
Council members, why? Why are you doing this? I mean, is this even necessary? I mean, first you're banning fireworks, now you want to reinstate fireworks. I mean, you guys are like a yo-yo here. I mean, what are you trying to do here? I mean, let's give the residents some peace, for crying out loud. You know, you did a presentation, I don't know how long ago. They're out there buying the illegal shit anyway. You know they're going to blow up the sky anyway. Why are you even going down this route? Why? So you can have little kids sell the fireworks and then, you know, like the nonprofits? Well, hell, have them go sell chocolate bars. Let them go run a car wash or sell some bags of orange juice off of the freeway off-ramp. I mean, I don't know, something. I mean, is this really necessary? I mean, they're lighting the illegal shit up anyway. I mean, come on. They're just gonna contribute to the bad air quality, to the noise, and you know it's like a goddamn war zone out there. It's all night long with these goddamn fireworks. So I don't even understand why you're going through this. I don't think it's necessary. They're already doing the illegal shit. So I would just skip it entirely. I just scrap this item entirely. So, but it's up to you. You know, it's your city. You need to decide, you know, what direction you want to go in. I don't think it's necessary because they're already doing the illegal stuff. All in with that. Thank you.
Thank you for your comment. Mayor and members of the council, that was the last person who raised their hand.
Thank you. If there's no objection by the members of the City Council successor agency, I will close public hearing for item 6.1. Are there any questions or comments for this item on behalf of my colleagues? There's no further council member questions or comments. I will close public hearing at 7:16 p.m. May I have a motion to find that proposed ordinance number 967 is exempt from CEQA and waive full reading and introduce ordinance number 967, amending chapter 1640 for fireworks of Title IX, Health and Safety of the Bell Gardens Municipal Code to permit the sale and use and discharge of safe and sane fireworks. I'll place that motion.
I'll second that.
I have a motion by myself, Miguel de la Rosa, and second by Councilmember Chavez. City Clerk, will you please conduct a roll call vote?
Yes, thank you. Members of the council and successor agency, Barcena,
No.
Councilmember Chavez,
Aye.
Councilwoman Sanchez,
No.
Mayor Pro Tem Guillen,
Yes.
and Mayor de la Rosa.
Yes.
Motion passes 3-2.
Thank you, City Clerk. We will now move over to public participation for items not listed on the agenda. Public participation is now open. City Clerk, will you please announce the instructions for public participation?
Yes, thank you. Members of the public will now have an opportunity to speak on items not listed on the agenda. Please state your name for the record. Each speaker is limited to 3 minutes, subject to an overall 30-minute period. Callers wishing to speak may do so at this time by dialing *9 from your phone, and when instructed, dial *6 to unmute yourself. Individuals joining through Zoom may request to speak by using the raise hand feature and select the unmute or microphone icon when instructed. We will first hear from speakers that are in person, and we did not receive any written communication.
We have a comment card for Xochitl Enriquez.
Good evening, council members, mayor, and the city of Bell Gardens. My name is Xochitl Henriquez, and I'm a community engagement specialist at Helpline Youth Counseling located in Whittier. We are dedicated to serving the youth, families, and community members of Southeast Los Angeles area. I'm here to represent the work being done with the Southeast Community Alliance, or SECA Coalition, which is made up of organizations and members of different sectors to help combat and prevent substance use among youth here in Service Planning Area 7, also known as SPA 7. As part of our efforts, we lead several campaigns, including our Let's Make a Difference campaign, or LMD. This campaign raises awareness about opioid and prescription drug misuse while promoting safe storage and disposal of these medications. We do this by working with local pharmacies, police departments, schools, and other community organizations to promote safe practices. This past Saturday, April 25th, we participated in National Take Back Day with Whittier and Downey PD by providing free pillboxes, educational materials, and lockboxes to the community. Currently, we are working with 28 pharmacies across SPA 7. In Bell Gardens, we have visited 2 pharmacies. However, neither have agreed to participate in our campaign. There are roughly around 37,000 people living in this city of Bell Gardens, yet there are no safe drug and sharps disposal locations available within your community. The LA County Department of Public Health found that 52% of youth in SPA 7 said it's easy to access prescription medication, with the most common misused drug being opioids, and the most common place youth access these drugs being in their home. So there is an opportunity for the City of Bell Gardens to provide free, easily accessible, safe disposal sites. These sites would allow residents to properly dispose of expired or unwanted medications, helping prevent youth access and reduce the risk of harmful outcomes such as overdose or substance use disorders. I acknowledge Bell Gardens' commitment to community health and safety. Therefore, I encourage the City of Bell Gardens to join the Let's Make a Difference campaign in an effort to prevent substance use among youth and work to add safe disposal drop-off sites to this community. With your support, we can make Bell Gardens a safer community and protect our youth. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. If there's no objection by the members of the City Council.
Sorry,
successor-
Mayor, I do have someone raising their hand virtually.
Yes.
Thank you. Zoom ID beginning with the name Mario. If you would please select the microphone icon and unmute yourself, and you may proceed with your comment.
Yeah, that was a very disappointing outcome to that last item. Well, okay, that's what you want. Tomorrow I got a Southgate City Council meeting, and I'm just dreading having to go to it because on the agenda they have. So you guys have your act together. You guys have been doing Zoom since 2020, and I want to applaud Bell Gardens and their former council members for figuring out that Zoom is the way to go. Here in Shitgate, all we got is YouTube. So on the agenda for tomorrow is the call-in feature, and they're going to figure out, they have to be in compliance with Senate Bill 707, and they're going to figure out whether or not to bring back Zoom. But in the item report for this call-in feature, the City Hall staff, what they proposed is Microsoft Teams. So I'm talking to our city clerk, Ms. Glaze, last Thursday. I said, so are we going to be able to make use of the Microsoft Teams app? And she says, no. You're just getting a phone number to call in. And I said to her right away, that's trash, Ms. Glaze, because think about this, council members. It means I would have to use my cell phone to call in to give public comment. But if I want to watch the meeting, I got to use another device to view it on YouTube. Here, I'm on one thing with you guys. I'm using one device. I don't have to call in. I don't do none of that shit, right? I got to use two devices if my city goes with Microsoft Teams. And in the item report, it states the reason why they want to do Microsoft Teams is because the city has a Microsoft 365 and uses Microsoft Teams, and therefore it's not going to cost the city one dime. Well, how great is that? They don't want to spend one dime on us for these bums to allow the residents a multitude of options of how to participate. Whether it's you can download the Zoom app on your phone, on your tablet, on your laptop, and in my case, I have a 43-inch 4K ultra high definition television. And I downloaded the Zoom app, and that's how I'm participating with you guys on my TV. But here, these bums, they just want us to use a phone. So I got to fight for that to bring back Zoom. And I'm dreading that meeting because these mules here, they really don't know what they want. They don't know what to do. And we're always we're always put in last place with them. We're not the priority. The departments, they take care of the departments. Okay, how much time do I have here?
You have 30 seconds left.
I'll wrap it up with this. So on the same agenda for tomorrow, for the police department, they're going to spend $77,373.34 for what they call mobile data computers. This is the thing that goes inside the squad car. That's the computer brain, right inside the squad car. $77,300 for 12 of these suckers. So they have no problem investing in our police department.
Thank you. All the money time is up. Thank you for your comment.
No problem. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor, members of the council. That was the last public comment.
Thank you very much, City Clerk. If there's no objection by the members of the City Council successor agency, we will close public participation for non-agenda items. City Clerk, would you please announce the instructions for public participation for items listed on the agenda?
Yes, thank you, Mayor. Members of the public will now have an opportunity to speak on items listed on the agenda. Please state your name for the record. Each speaker is limited to 3 minutes. Callers wishing to speak may do so at this time by dialing *9 from your phone, and when instructed, dial *6 to unmute yourself. Individuals joining through Zoom may request to speak by using the raise hand feature and select the unmute or microphone icon when instructed. We didn't receive any public comment cards and we didn't receive any written communication, but we do have one person raising their hand virtually. Zoom ID beginning with Zoom ID with Mario. You may proceed with your comment.
Okay, hold on. I'm scrolling here, looking for the on the agenda here. Hang on a second. On the consent, hang on a second. It's the one having to do with the park. Hang on a second. What is it? Just a moment here. Which item is this here? Oh, yes. Okay. Approve the plans and specifications, authorization, solicit bids for Ford Park Playground restroom improvements. When is this project going to commence? Can someone lay out the time? I didn't get a chance to read the IM report. I would just like to know when is the Ford Park Playground restroom improvements. When is it going to be done? Before summer, by July, the end of summer, and just an update on that. And congratulations on that 250,000. That's a tremendous score to have for the other park that they're going to get that upgrade. All in with that.
Thank you so much for your comment. Mayor and members of the council, that was the last public comment.
Thank you so much, City Clerk. If there's no objection by the members of the City Council, I will now close public participation. Moving on to item number 9. Does any member of the council have anything to report from their committees? Not. We'll move over.
If I may.
Yes, of course.
I'm pretty sure you guys already heard the news, but I want to just mention again that Hub Cities received funding from LA County, which basically extends our funding to 2 more years. And that was a huge move on behalf of the county. They call it a miracle because most of the time staff or the county just follows staff recommendation. So it's a really big deal, and I want to thank the mayor and I want to thank the council for really stepping up and providing public comment. I know some of you called in, and just generally you were very supportive in this process, and I appreciate that. But now we can count on Hub Cities providing their education and career development for 2 more years to come, and hopefully we'll also re-strategize that joint powers authority in order to do better, right? Do better for the employees there and for our communities.
Thank you so much, Councilmember Bárcena. Any other updates on behalf of my colleagues?
Mayor, if I may.
Yes.
If I briefly update the council on a couple of meetings that we've had through the Community and Economic Development Committee that the mayor and I sit on. We've been meeting almost bi-weekly, every other meeting, every other week. And we've been touching on topics in regards to housing. There's a couple of developments, and eventually I think some of them are going to be coming to us as on the council. Different housing projects that are throughout the city, such as the Shoal Street site, such as 8000 Bell Gardens Avenue. There's another one on Eastern Avenue as well that's being built. I think 20 units that are private on that. So just we've been discussing that. We've also been touching on various stages of the different cannabis distributors or shops, I should say, retail shops, and where they are. Many of you have probably seen by now. Mr. Nice Guy's kind of almost up and running. They already have a signage already out in the door that's advertising. Obviously, Off the Charts has been up and running, and the other one has been that's you can see wood being put up is the Ekian site on Priory and Eastern. So that site should already be in progress. So we've been having those meetings. We've also been talking about different subtopics within housing from our units here, our housing stock in Bell Gardens. We've been having discussions about how we can convert some of the housing rental properties that we have into actual homes for sale. Right? How can we turn some of our renters population into maybe granting them pathways to that first time home buyer? What are grants available? One of the things that we've also discussed has been about CDBG funds for improvements for housing, right? Whether it be some sort of infrastructure, project, whether that be some sort of improvement for homes that are deteriorating and they need support financially. Those are some of the grants, and looking forward to the future, bringing some sort of those type of grants for economic development, right? A lot of businesses here along our eastern corridor, Garfield, Florence, they need that extra support. So just wanted to share that and provide that update. Thank you.
Thank you for the update, Councilmember Chavez. If there's no objection by my colleagues, we will now proceed with item number 10, City Manager's Report.
Thank you, Mayor De La Rosa. Just want to remind everybody, we have an open art studio experience on Thursdays at 6 p.m. at Veterans Park. We have the resident art and yard sale on Fridays at 10 o'clock at Veterans Park also. On April 17th, the art and yard sale also had the free farmers market, which occurs at 11 a.m. April 18th, Saturday, there was a spring cleanup at Asmus and Hannah Park. Also, we had our monthly food program, but just want to thank everybody from the community, staff, council, everybody that came out for the cleanup on that Saturday morning at both parks and the neighboring streets in that area. Also want to mention April 18th and 19th was yard sale weekend. I kind of perused the stuff that was on Bell Gardens Uncensored, then the video that was showing that people were selling, like pretty good stuff. Wednesday, April 22nd, the police department hosted Churches in Action. Wednesday, April 29th, so this Wednesday, the police department is hosting a business watch meeting over at Encanto Banquet Center at 9 a.m. So it's a good place to see and hear what some of the local businesses are dealing with, requests for services that they have, and things of that nature. On Friday, May 1st, we have our free farmers market at the Art and Yard Sale. That's at 11 o'clock. The Art and Yard Sale is at 10. On Tuesday, May 5th, the police department has Taco with a Cop. That's co-hosted by La Carniceria over here on Florence from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. The weekend of May 7th through 10th, I know people look forward to this every year. It's the Bell Gardens Lions Club 65th Annual Community Fair. So we'll have pre-sale wristbands that are $10 off the week of the fair. So it's Thursday through Sunday, May 7th through 10th. So next week, we should have those wristbands. They're $35. We'll be open from 9 to 5 at the rec office at Ford Park to sell them. They're $45 if you buy them on site. That's for all day. Just want to mention the consent item. It has several items of interest for residents, business, and stakeholders of Bell Gardens. We've got a memorandum of agreement with several of our employee groups, including our police officer, police management group, and our supervising public works employees. We have an agreement for a $400,000 grant that we got competitively from Measure A from the county for the design of an open space park and trail on the Edison right-of-way, right there along Clara. We also have an agreement for legal services related to the city's water system. And also just want to make clarification on, we also have an item on consent that is rejecting the bids and then reissuing and re-advertising for bids for the Ford Park Playground and Restroom project. The goal there is to prioritize the playground and then the restroom, as the playground will get use immediately. And the goal is to have that out in the fall. We've just had some issues with the bids, and the playground may take a little bit longer than that. So that's all I have, and thank you, Mayor.
Thank you so much, City Manager. We will now move over to consent calendar. Does any member of the council wish to pull an item for separate discussion? If not, may I have a motion to approve items numbers 11.1 through 11.10 of the consent calendar? We have a motion
Second.
motion second.
I will second, and motion by Councilmember Francis de Leon Sanchez. Dr. Francis de Leon Sanchez.
City Clerk, will you please conduct a roll call vote?
Yes, thank you. Members of the council and successor agency, Barsana?
Yes.
Councilmember Chavez?
Aye.
Councilwoman Sanchez?
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Guillen? And Mayor De La Rosa? Motion passes 5-0.
Before we proceed with discussion items, we will call in a 5-minute recess and we'll reconvene shortly.
Mayor and members of the council, the meeting is now live streamed again.
Thank you, City Clerk.
Gracias, señora
Moving to the
secretaria.
discussion portion of the meeting,
Pasando
City Manager,
a
please
los
announce
asuntos
discussion
a
item
discutir,
number
señor
12.
gerente municipal, por favor, anuncie el asunto 12.1. Sí, gracias, alcalde de La Rosa. Este es el asunto de comisiones locales. El personal recomienda que los concejales quiten o nombren a comisionados. Ninguna actualización de parte mía, nada mío tampoco. Muy bien. Puedo anunciar el asunto 12.3. Esa es consideración de una resolución de que apruebe el acuerdo de servicios profesionales entre la ciudad de Val Gardens y Landman Enterprise para servicios de informática. Cuando emitimos peticiones para propuestas, siempre estamos agradecidos cuando nos llegan licitaciones o propuestas de negocios muy calificados y en este caso nos llegaron 3. Y sé que es difícil, pero porque solo podemos recomendar a una compañía. Gracias, señor gerente municipal O'Kelly. Buenas tardes, señor alcalde, miembros del consejo. De nuevo, el asunto es para servicios de informática y teléfono. Me imagino que todos saben lo que es la informática, pero la tecnología de informática es la práctica de manejar datos en cuanto a cómo se almacena, se transporte, se procese y se transforme en algo útil. Informática está por todos lados, abarca casi todo lo que tenga que ver con computadoras, almacenamiento de datos o proceso de datos o comunicación. Los sistemas claves que trabajan juntos incluyen las computadoras, los cables, puntos de acceso y acceso de Wi-Fi y también software, o sea, los programas, sistemas de operaciones como Windows, Chrome, Edge y hasta la llamada Zoom y la participación del público. Les voy a leer esta citación que se publicó viral. Tengo 2 Microsoft Outlooks y ninguno trabaja, ninguno funciona. Esto vino de la misión a la Luna, Artemis. Y ahí los astronautas experimentaron algo que nosotros conocemos muy bien, es que Outlook dejó de funcionar. Tuvieron que llamar a apoyo técnico hasta en una misión a la Luna que valió miles y millones de dólares para arreglar el correo electrónico. Y la otra parte es VoIP, es protocolo de Internet para voz, llamadas de voz. Es una tecnología que nos permite hacer llamadas de voz usando conexión de Internet en lugar de una línea terrestre, o sea, los cables de cobre. O sea, es tecnología que desarrolló a finales de los 90, principios de los años 2000 y ahora está por todos lados. Unos antecedentes. La ciudad históricamente ha contado con servicios profesionales contratados para apoyar sus necesidades de tecnología y ha actuado como extensión del personal municipal. Desde el 2006, la ciudad ha contado con LAN para servicios profesionales relacionados con diseño de la red, planeación, instalación y configuración de nuevos sistemas, tales como lo que se puso en el Departamento de Policía, Cuanto a la petición para propuestas, el proceso RFP, por sus siglas en inglés, el 12 de febrero, el personal emitió el RFP para servicios comprensivos de informática y protocolo de Internet para voz para todas las instalaciones municipales. Cerró el plazo de presentación de propuestas el 12 de marzo a las 5. Recibimos 3 propuestas. Primero de IB Digital, segundo LAN One Enterprise y 3 Visual Edge IT. IBE está encargada de nuestras fotocopiadoras. LAN One nos ha estado haciendo la informática desde el 2006. Como parte de del proceso de evaluación e entrevistas, el personal evaluó las respuestas para determinar, para asegurar que las propuestas respondían a los requisitos. Entonces, el personal hizo entrevistas el 14 de abril de las 3 empresas y el panel de entrevista, yo, Jennifer Pineda, y el capitán de policía Rigoberto Barrios, y usando un sistema de evaluación con una escala de 0 a 5, cada panelista calificó a las empresas en 5 categorías: calificaciones, personal clave, entendimiento del proyecto, entrevista y costo, con distintos porcentajes. Este es un resumen que está en el informe del personal y pone el costo por año para cada una de las 3 empresas. La primera columna muestra las empresas. Segundo, la marcación total. LAN One tuvo 4.7 y las otras 2 empresas menos. El costo del primer año con 2 técnicos, uno para el ayuntamiento y uno para el departamento de policía. El costo era como más o menos $598,000. Y para proyectos especiales, calculamos unos $120,000 para el costo para que los técnicos ayudaran con proyectos especiales. Así que el costo total del primer año será $718,800. Y LAN One no pidió aumentos en los siguientes años, así que será ese precio por todos los 5 años. El sistema de teléfono, ese componente, LAN One estará reemplazando el sistema de teléfono Star to Star y Sangoma que hemos estado usando desde hace 10 años. Van a dar 152 teléfonos gratis como parte de esta instalación y la ciudad podrá seleccionar entre 2 modelos a base de preferencia del usuario, necesidades de los departamentos y requisitos de operación. Un costo mensual de $3,500 y una sola vez $4,696 para instalar este sistema. Y propusieron un paquete de ciberseguridad, protección para cubrir correos electrónicos, riesgo del ser humano, vulnerabilidades. Habrá monitoreo proactivo, reportajes y protección continua. No voy a dar más detalles sobre el paquete de ciberseguridad porque no es buena costumbre estar revelando las funciones de seguridad, porque hay gente que podría querer atacar nuestra red. Eso sí pasa. Sabemos que ha habido un aumento en los correos electrónicos spam, especialmente cuando hay tumulto político, tal como la guerra en Irán. Justo antes de Navidad notamos un aumento en spam y estafas y decepciones porque saben que personas están de vacaciones y es más probable que sin querer abran un correo electrónico que puede poner en peligro toda la red. Voy a resumir unos ejemplos de proyectos especiales que aparecían en el cuadro con el costo del primer año. Una cosa que los proyectos especiales son para las reuniones mensuales, las reuniones públicas. Hay 5 reuniones de comisiones. Los técnicos ayudan con el sistema audiovisual y de transmisión en vivo. Normalmente hay 2 reuniones del Consejo Municipal al mes. Son responsables de arreglar la interpretación del inglés al español. Y gracias a las intérpretes Samantha y Claudia por ayudar con la interpretación simultánea. Así que tenemos transmisión en vivo por Zoom, por YouTube, en el sitio web, en Facebook, uno en Zoom, una aplicación. Luego tenemos 3 transmisiones al mismo tiempo en YouTube, uno dedicado al inglés, uno en español y uno bilingüe, la versión en inglés y en español. Y la estamos transmitiendo en vivo en el sitio web de la ciudad, también inglés, español y bilingüe. Y en Facebook son 2 nada más. Facebook ha estado limitando lo que podemos hacer. Antes podíamos hacer 3 transmisiones, pero ahora solamente 2. Así que hacemos bilingüe e inglés. Y si podemos agregar uno en español solamente, lo vamos a hacer. Entonces, para que el público pueda participar, también pueden ver después en vivo o más tarde, en un momento conveniente. También eventos especiales. Normalmente hay algún tipo de componente de transmisión en vivo para eventos especiales como el Día de la Independencia, fiestas patrias, ceremonia de prender las luces del arbolito y el desfile, y las reuniones semanales de Toastmasters que se reúnen los martes a las 6. La anual, estas son sus calificaciones. Esta es una empresa enfocada en municipios con más de 23 años de experiencia y 17 años en ambientes o ámbitos de seguridad pública, incluyendo departamentos de policía. Es una empresa, una pequeña empresa con dueñas mujeres en Irvine. Landman opera una red de 24/7 y centro de operaciones de seguridad con más de 20 técnicos, ingenieros exteriores y ingenieros de sistemas y redes, especialistas en ciberseguridad. Y tienen personas que se especializan en distintos tipos de ataques. Y Landman también tiene las licencias de California C7 y C10, el voltaje bajo y eléctrico. Son licencias de contratista que les permite diseñar, instalar y operar estos sistemas. Unas referencias de municipios clientes tienen contrato con la ciudad de South Pasadena y también la ciudad de Pasadena, específicamente con el estadio Rose Bowl, la ciudad de Lomita, la ciudad de San Gabriel y Yucaipa, como son socios autorizados de Motorola, ayudan al Departamento de Policía de Los Ángeles, el sheriff del condado de Los Ángeles y los sheriffs del condado de Riverside y de Orange. Y en esta propuesta, como LANWAN es el proveedor existente, no habrá periodo de transición para la ejecución de este contrato. Esto ha sido de continuidad de operaciones, sistemas, credenciales, documentación y apoyo. Y ya que la informática y VoIP tocan cada departamento, incluyen sistemas críticas de seguridad pública, finanzas, infraestructura, un cambio repentino podría aumentar los costos. Y voy a resumir lo que dice el informe en cuanto al efecto fiscal. Hay suficientes fondos para cubrir los costos de informática y VoIP cuando eso se aprobó en el presupuesto del año fiscal 25-26 y el personal pondrá en el presupuesto en los siguientes años lo necesario. Vamos a tener un técnico municipal, un técnico para el Departamento de Policía, el costo anual de VoIP, las licencias de ciberseguridad y proyectos especiales con un cálculo de aproximación de 1,000 horas a un costo de $120 la hora. Así que el primer año habrá una cuota de una sola vez de $4,696, pero el costo total por los 5 años será un poco menos de $4 millones de dólares. Algunos puntos importantes: el término 3 años comenzando el 1 de julio del 2026 y el acuerdo se puede extender 2 veces por 1 año cada vez. La compensación será $718,000 al año, un poco menos de 3.6 millones. La ciudad puede terminar este acuerdo inmediatamente por cualquier momento, solo por comodidad y sin motivo justificante si da una notificación escrita. Para concluir la presentación, los servicios de informática son críticos para la ciudad y por medio de una evaluación muy completa, LANWAN salió como el proveedor más calificado para informática y teléfono por Internet. Es la recomendación del personal que el Consejo Municipal adopte la resolución adjunta autorizándole al gerente municipal a ejecutar un acuerdo de servicios profesionales entre la ciudad de Bell Gardens y LANWAN Enterprise Incorporated para servicios de informática y teléfono por Internet. Esto concluye la presentación y estamos aquí para contestar preguntas. Gracias por el informe. Algo que se me destacó, un aumento de 0% de los años 1 a 5, una ganga tremenda. Y los hackeadores éticos que están pendientes, que están disponibles. Es importante eso. En el último mes recibí 3 correos electrónicos y el concejal Bárcena recibió un correo de alguien que se hacía pasar por mí y bastante convincente. Es increíble ver cuántas formas hay de meterse en los sistemas. Y yo acompañé a unos policías en una patrulla y yo vi como el sistema de despachadores es clave en transmitir información Eso me hizo
in such a
tomar la informática muy en
it
serio.
made me realize how critical it is
Me
in many
hizo
scenarios. And
entender lo
I guess my
crítico
question
que
here
es
would be
en muchas
in regards
situaciones.
to the 1,000
Mi pregunta
hours
sería en cuanto a
mentioned
las
devoted to
1000
special
horas
projects.
dedicadas a proyectos
In the past, how
especiales.
many of these hours have we utilized?
En el pasado, ¿cuántas horas de eso hemos utilizado? En el último año ha sido un poco más, como 1500 a 1800 horas. Depende de lo que se necesite año de año en año. Pero creemos que con 1000 horas será
I'll open up the
básicamente lo necesario.
floor for any questions or comments from council.
Muy bien, gracias. Ahora le
Yeah, thank you.
abro
Thank you for the presentation.
el micrófono a cualquiera que tenga
Wanted to
pregunta o
ask if we can have a
comentario.
filter
Sí,
put
gracias
on
por la
our
presentación.
emails
Yo
for any
quería
emails coming
preguntar
in
si
that say
nos pueden
Dear
poner un
Lauren or
filtro
Sarah.
en
Get
los
those things,
correos
please.
electrónicos para cualquiera que
emails.
llegue a estimada
But
señor o
I did a
señora,
question
porque
in
esos
regards to
tienen
one of
la
the
tendencia de
tables
ser los
that
correos
showed
de
us
fraude electrónico o phishing
$250,000 for a technician
y algo
position.
de un puesto de
Do you mind maybe
técnico.
dialing back to that? I just want to have an
Puede
understanding of
volver
what
a
that is.
esa
I think generally
pantalla.
with the three proposals, we obviously
Creo
have a
que con las
solid
tres propuestas
recommendation from staff.
tenemos una
We appreciate that.
recomendación
It
sólida
makes it
del
easier
personal
for us, but I do want to go back to
y
the
se lo
part
agradezco
with the
porque
technician.
nos
I think it said
lo hace más
250,000.
fácil.
It might
Creo
be
que decía,
forward after
tal
that.
vez son unas
It's a little more.
más tarde,
I'll
después
just
esas.
that one right there.
Ese.
So what is that 249,000
Esos 249,000,
first line year
la
one?
primera línea,
Does that
año
mean that that's the
1.
cost for a
Eso quiere decir que
technician
es el
for 1 year?
costo de un
And does that
técnico
mean that
por
they're
un
working like
año.
full-time
Y eso
40
quiere decir
hours?
que está trabajando tiempo completo, 40 horas a la semana o cómo entendemos eso. Sí, 249,600. Y el número de cuenta en esa primera línea es para el técnico para la ciudad. Y la segunda línea, que es la misma cifra, pero es para el departamento de policía. Así que es un técnico para todas las instalaciones municipales. O sea, más que nada aquí, se quedan aquí en el ayuntamiento y luego viaja a las otras instalaciones y una para el departamento de policía. Son 280 horas por 120 por hora. Por 2080 por 120, ahí salen los 249. Pues están ganando más que el gerente municipal y el jefe de policía. Yo creo que nuestras prestaciones cuestan más. Si eso ayuda a poner todo en perspectiva, pero yo creo que las propuestas son buenas, son sólidas, la experiencia y los servicios. Me siento bastante confiado en la recomendación del personal, así que, pero gracias por repasar los números. Si puedo, señor alcalde, solo quiero decirle gracias a todos los que presentaron propuestas y quiero agradecer al personal por el buen trabajo que han hecho en presentarnos esto. Agradezco la presentación detallada, muy informativa, con toda la información importante sobre eventos especiales, Día de la Independencia, Fiestas Patrias, el desfile. Y cada vez que vamos, ahí está Steve con el iPad, con la tableta, transmitiendo en vivo. Quiero felicitar los servicios del personal municipal y también lo de informática que nos da LANWAN. Siempre han estado listos, preparados. Yo también he recibido correos de phishing Y sí comienzan con señor o señora. Y dice, oye, Jorge, estoy fuera de la oficina. ¿Puedes ir a la tienda y buscarme una tarjeta de regalo? Así vienen estos correos. Y si uno hace clic en el nombre, aparece el correo, la dirección de correo electrónico y es algo distinto, pero saben disfrazarlo porque yo siempre llamo a la persona y me mandaste esto, pero gracias a todos, a Steve, Jailes, gerente municipal, todos, ya sean fines de semana o hasta días festivos, Steve está aquí actualizando el software de que está frío, que esté frío el cuartito ahí atrás, porque siempre andan las computadoras hacia la prueba, es el resultado. Y pusieron cuánto tiempo llevan con nosotros, conocen muy bien la ciudad, así que espero que podamos continuar con ellos. Y gracias por el trabajo increíble. Gracias al personal. Sé que dijeron que todas las 3 empresas nos proveen algún tipo de servicios, pero el calificarlo, gracias por mostrarnos el por qué los calificaron de la forma que los calificaron. Quiero hacer eco a los sentimientos de mis colegas. Cuando pienso en informática, pienso en Steve. Y no importa qué día, qué hora, siempre estás aquí para ayudarnos. Así que quiero agradecerte específicamente, pero también a Lanwan en general. Cuando pensamos en el tiempo que la compañía lleva con Bell Gardens, han pasado por muchos gerentes municipales, muchos concejales, y eso me dice que es una compañía que se interesa por la ciudad y se interesa en la calidad de servicios, porque no importa quién esté aquí en la plataforma, quién es encargado de la ciudad, esta compañía ha comprobado que pueden seguir haciendo el trabajo y haciéndolo bien. Considerando el hecho que Lanwan ha estado proporcionando servicios de calidad desde el 2006, creo, ya casi 2 décadas. Wow. Pero considerando el hecho que han quedado aquí firmes por todo lo que hemos pasado, la recesión del 2008, hasta modificaron los precios para asegurar que la ciudad pudiera mantener esos servicios. Eso habla muy bien, muy claramente lo que ha dicho la doctora de León Sánchez. Se enorgullecen mucho en los servicios que proporcionan. Así que quiero ver si hay una moción. Antes de hacer la moción, yo solo quiero hacer un comentario más. Esto es más bien algo que creo que es apropiado en este momento. Estamos hablando de informática. Cuando miramos 30 años atrás, informática no era cosa de considerar. No lo tenemos que tomar en cuenta. Era algún tipo de estantes con archivos, carpetas, pero ahora todo está flotando en el aire. Y a lo que decía el concejal Bárcena sobre costos y cuántos son los gastos, es la industria. Imagínense que esta es nuestra casa y queremos un buen sistema de seguridad para la casa, que es ADT. Cuando uno instala la cámara Ring o lo que sea, es el precio que pagamos para asegurarnos de poder proteger a la ciudad. Hemos visto a tantas agencias atacadas con malware y se meten y agarran información. Así que quería enfatizar eso, como hemos tenido que adaptarnos en la gran recesión y COVID, y todo tuvo que transicionar. El concejal Bárcena tal vez sepas, pero yo venía y yo transmitía las reuniones en mi propio sitio de página de las redes sociales, pero vino COVID y empezamos a hacer las reuniones por Zoom y todo. Y ya cuando llegué al consejo, eso ya estaba establecido, pero me gusta ver que la ciudad vaya por buen camino y quiero felicitar y agradecer a la persona. Si puedo, quiero agradecerle por el servicio que nos dan y el servicio al cliente. Me acuerdo de haber estado en México y Steve me respondía porque tenía problemas técnicos y vienen a todos los eventos, siempre están presentes y eso lo valoro mucho. Lo que mencionó el concejal Chávez, recibimos comentarios del público diciéndonos cómo disfrutan de este sistema con Zoom en comparación con otras ciudades. Y eso dice mucho del punto de vista de los residentes. Así que muchas gracias a Steve, que siempre ha estado presente. Siempre llego y ya alguien está ahí atrás. ¿Quién es? Ah, Steve. Entre Steve y Haile se quedan hasta tarde, siempre. Yo vivo aquí, Haile está aquí al lado, pero Steve tiene que ir hasta el condado de Riverside. Es un viaje. Pero gracias, Steve, por todo el trabajo y gracias, Haile, por el sin número de horas. Si no hay más preguntas o comentarios, quisiera ver si hay una moción para adoptar la resolución. Yo hago moción para adoptar la resolución 2026-41. La segunda. Ok, hay moción secundada. Pase de lista, por favor, para la votación. Sí, concejal Bárcena, sí. Concejal Chávez, sí. Concejala Sánchez, sí. Alcaldesa Pro Tem Guillén, sí. Y alcalde de La Rosa, sí. La moción se aprueba 5-0. Gracias, señora secretaria. Por favor, anuncie el siguiente asunto. Gracias, alcalde. Esta es consideración de una resolución que establece y adopte políticas y procedimientos para responder a interrupciones en el servicio telefónico e Internet durante reuniones públicas. Le paso la voz a la secretaria Daisy. Mientras esperemos la presentación, quiero mencionar que esto se acuerda a una nueva ley que tenemos que presentarle al Consejo, una nueva política. Y es para implementar procedimientos para interrupciones de reuniones. El propósito es que ya cuando se aprobó la ley SB 707 era para diversificar y aumentar participación del público durante reuniones de gobiernos locales para el Consejo Municipal, Comisión de Planificación y comisiones de tráfico y seguridad. Esas son las que ofrecían asistencia virtual. Los nuevos requisitos es que enmienda la ley Brown requiriendo que el Consejo adopte una política sobre interrupciones técnicas. Es una política que se tiene que ofrecer al público. No hemos establecido todavía procedimientos en evento de una interrupción en la transmisión de la reunión, pero es un requisito ahora. Los procedimientos para reaccionar a una interrupción es, si hay una interrupción durante la reunión, tomamos un descanso, la sesión abierta inmediatamente, seguimos en descanso por lo menos 1 hora o hasta que se restablezca el servicio, el que sea primero, y el consejo puede reunirse, puede seguir una reunión en sesión privada. Si no se resuelve dentro de 1 hora, el consejo puede reanudar en la sesión abierta y debe adoptar por un voto de pase de lista, adoptar un fallo que hubo esfuerzos de buena fe para restablecer los servicios y que el interés en reanudar la reunión es más que el interés público en acceso remoto o puede levantar la sesión. Esas son las opciones. Así que se recomienda que el Consejo Municipal adopte la resolución 2026-42 estableciendo y adoptando una política del Consejo Municipal implementando procedimientos sobre interrupciones de reunión tal como lo requiere la ley SB 707. Es todo y estoy aquí para contestar preguntas. Esto muestra por qué la informática es tan importante. No tengo preguntas, mis colegas, solo para aclarar. Si no podemos resolver el problema dentro de una hora y el consejo siente que tiene que proseguir, lo podrían hacer sin castigo o problemas, si siempre que una mayoría del consejo vote de esa forma. Gracias. ¿Alguna pregunta más o comentario? No, me hacen una moción para adoptar la resolución 2026-42. Hago la moción, la concejala Guillén, secundada por el concejal Bárcena. Señora secretaria, pase de lista para la votación. Concejal Bárcena, sí. Concejal Chávez, sí. Concejala Sánchez, sí. Alcaldesa Pro Tem Guillén, sí. Y alcalde de La Rosa, sí. La moción se aprueba 5-0. Señor gerente municipal, por favor, anuncie el siguiente asunto. Sí, gracias, alcalde de La Rosa. Es el informe financiero comprensivo anual para el año fiscal 2024-25. Le paso la voz a Manuel Carrillo, director de Servicios Financieros. Gracias, señor gerente municipal. Honorables.
Financial report for the concluded fiscal year of 24-25. State law requires cities to perform annual independent financial audits to ensure accountability and accuracy in their financial statements. The city contracted with the certified public accounting firm of Gruber and Lopez to conduct the audit. As part of its review, Gruber and Lopez completed its annual preparation of the following: the annual comprehensive financial report, also referred to as the ACFR, the single audit report of schedule of expenditures of federal awards. This is required when federal funds of $700,000 or more are expended. A report on communication with those charged with governance, and the independent accountant's report on agreed upon procedures applied to appropriation limit worksheets. Now, with us this evening to present this information is Mr. Matt Lenton, Audit and Accounting Director with the firm of Gruber and Lopez. He'll be providing us with the details on the audit results for fiscal year 24-25. Matt, welcome. Thanks for joining us this evening, and whenever you're ready, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you to the Members Council for having us give this presentation. If you could advance the next slide, please. First, as I go through the initial part, we're just going to give you a brief overview of what the audit process is. The audit for the city was performed in accordance with generally accepted auditing standards, as well as government auditing standards, which is a more strict code of rules we need to follow. The objectives of the audit process is to ensure the city's financial statements present fairly in all material respects, the respective statements of financial position, which is your balance sheet, and your activities, which is your income statement for the city of Bell Gardens. To meet the objectives of the audit and in accordance with our auditing standards, we perform various tests. Some of the more significant procedures include the documentation and testing of city internal controls over all accounting cycles. On sample basis, we test disbursements and transfers and journal entries for compliance with city policies and, where applicable, compliance with state and federal grant requirements. We also confirm from third parties cash, investments, certain revenues, receivable, long-term debt, and commitments, and obtain and analyze the attorney responses. We perform compliance and allowable cost tests on the use of federal funds, and we reconcile the city's general ledger to various detailed sub-ledgers. And also in the process, we're evaluating the reasonableness of city estimates and assumptions made. As previously mentioned, the audit itself does produce a significant amount of reports. The main one being the ACFR, which is the financial statements. We also have a report on compliance and internal controls over financial reporting in accordance with government auditing standards. There's also a report on compliance and internal controls over your federal major programs in accordance with the uniform guidance. We test the appropriations limit, essentially the budget. And then obviously we issue a communication letter to those charged with government, considered our management letter. The results of the audit is we did issue an unmodified opinion on the city's financial statements April 13th of 2026, so just recently. An unmodified opinion is the highest opinion an auditor can issue, so that's very good news. We did have one material weakness in internal controls that we wanted to review with you. And that's on the next slide. So our significant deficiency for 2025-1, there were several audit adjustments that were required this year to get us to the end results. And they were discovered through the audit process. Some of the significant adjustments included cash investments, loans receivable, fund balance, capital assets, depreciation, accounts payable, accrued liabilities, and long-term debt, as well as unearned revenue. So as we go through the process, since we did have journal entries, we are required to report that as a management letter comment. And we work with staff on not only recording these entries, but trying to improve those in the future. And next slide. The results of our audit, just continuing on that, we had no instances of non-compliance, which is material to the financial statements under government auditing standards. We had no material weaknesses or significant deficiencies in internal controls under the uniform guidance over your federal programs. And our testing over the appropriation limit reported or disclosed no findings. The city has been the recipient of the Government Finance Officers Association, GFOA, Certificate of Achievement in Financial Reporting. The 25 report will be submitted to GFOA for consideration, and we believe that the city will receive that certificate. The preparation of the ACFR includes audit opinions, financial statements, in addition of which other things, but we don't opine on, is the letter of transmittal, management's discussion and analysis, and the statistical section of 22 various charts required by GFOA. Again, those last three are the city staff's contribution to the report. And again, as I mentioned earlier, we do believe the 25 CAFR, or it's actually ACFR, sorry, there's a little typo there, but has met all the requirements to receive the GFOA award. And I'm going to briefly go over some financial highlights for the year. The management discussion analysis, starting on page 4 of the report, is an important component of the report, which will give you a really good understanding of the financial highlights for the year. The highlights that I'm going to go over are excerpts from the MD&A. The largest government-wide revenue source was the card club taxes, general revenue, $15.4 million for the year. That did decrease from 18.2 from the preceding fiscal year. The assets and deferred outflow of the city exceeded its liabilities and deferred inflows at the close of fiscal year 25, resulting in a net position or equity of $79.7 million. This is an increase of about $76,000 from the prior year. Total revenues for the city were $76.6 million, comprised of $33.5 million in program revenues and another $43.1 million in general revenues and transfers. And the governmental activity expenses decreased by $16 million or 22% from the previous year. The water utility system and golf course revenues totaled $3.7 million, which increased by approximately $860,000 from the previous year due to water rate increases, while the golf course experienced a slight decrease in income of $66,000. City's investment in capital assets for governmental and business type activities as of the end of the year was 126.2 million net of accumulated depreciation, as compared to last year, 112.4 million. So an increase in our infrastructure and related capital assets this year. Long-term debt increased by 10.6 million to a total of 119.9 million. The most significant increase was in post-employment obligations and our net pension liability. Total fund financial statement analysis. As of the end of the fiscal year, June 30, 2025, the city's governmental funds reported a combined ending fund balance of 27.9 million. That is a decrease of 20.5 million from the previous year, primarily due to $58 million of unavailable revenues, which a significant proportion should be earned in subsequent years. As for the general fund, as of the end of June 30, 2025, general fund had actual revenues that were lower than budgeted amounts by 2.7 million. Actual expenditures exceeded the budget by 10 million. We did see a decrease in fund balance, 12.5 million, which decreased equity previously reported at 25.3. With that, that's the items that we had planned to present to you. And if you had any further questions, I'd be happy to address those.
Thank you so much for the thorough presentation and the report as well. Definitely a lot of information to digest. One thing that stood out to me was in regards to long-term debt. I saw that it was on the report. It stated that it was previously 130 million, and now it's at 120 million, which is approximately a 9% difference. And part of that is mentioned that that this is all due to CalPERS and some changes in that aspect. But my question here would be, is this decrease in debt cyclical, or is this something we can expect to diminish over the next several years?
Both with the CalPERS retirement and liability, as well as the OPEB, your other post-employment benefits, both of those values are determined based on an actuarial report. Those reports, at least for the OPEB, is done every 2 years. So there are some fluctuations that can happen based on changes in market conditions and benefits provided. And with CalPERS, they do report annually. However, there's a 2-year look-back period. So some of the information that we're using to create this liability for this year is on old information. So once they get updated, they don't do it. Like I said, it's a 2-year window that they look back. Obviously with change in market conditions, and that will obviously have a significant impact. And so we do see fluctuations from time to time when the valuations are updated, but it also has a lot to do with current market issues and changes in benefits.
Thank you so much, Matt. Appreciate the response. Any questions or comments from my fellow colleagues?
Just a comment. I want to thank staff, especially Emmanuel, for keeping the budget and the fact that we got a unmodified review, which could be the highest possible. So I really appreciate all the work that you do. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Dr. De Leon Sanchez. If there's no objection by the council, may I have a motion and a second to adopt resolution for item number 12.4?
It's a motion to receive and file.
Motion to receive and file, yes.
Move.
I have a motion by Councilmember Barcena. May I have a second?
I motioned.
Oh, you motioned.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Oh, I thought you were telling them what the direction will be.
Okay, so we have the motion by Dr. De Leon Sanchez and a second by
Second, yeah.
by Councilmember Barcena. City Clerk, will you please conduct the roll call?
Yes, thank you, Mayor. Members of the council and successor agency, Barcena.
Yes.
Councilmember Chavez.
Aye.
Councilwoman Sanchez.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Guillen,
Yes.
and Mayor De La Rosa.
Yes.
Motion passes 5-0.
Thank you so much. All right. Now moving on to item 13, we'll move over to council member comments, starting with Councilmember Barcena.
Yes, thank you, staff, for all your work. Thank you to the council for all of your care for our city. And yeah, I want to invite you guys to a little event. We're doing an environmental justice event about air quality. It's called Aire de mis pulmones, and we're going to have some locals that are going to be playing. You know, some of the residents that play at Fort Park, a guy that plays the accordion. He used to be a public works employee. He's going to be playing there. We're also going to have a couple of other Southeast LA artists come by and do some music. But I think one of the main things that we're going to have, in addition to ECR being out there providing an educational component, is going to be a screening of a film called Breathworks, which is sort of like half a documentary and half uh, like a performance sort of thing. It's very experimental. It's the first time we're going to have a screening of a film at the amphitheater, so it should be pretty special. Bring your jackets, bring a blanket, because it's probably going to be cold when it gets dark. But yeah, everyone's invited. Hope you can make it. And that's all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Councilmember Chavez.
Yeah, for me, I just want to first and foremost thank all the staff for incredible work that's being done. Thank you to our city manager for always, going above and beyond, and all the department heads. Really appreciate it. I want to take this moment to just remind folks we have which was it? I'm trying to find it on my calendar. We have the fair coming up next weekend. It's going to be at Fort Park. I saw the banners already set up across the city, so really appreciate that. One of my favorite events. I love going to the fairs. It's one of the things. Catch me at that LA County Fair. Love going there too. Makes me feel young again. I want to also mention, I want to wish all the mothers happy Mother's Day. I know the next meeting we're not, it's going to be after that, literally the day after. So I want to go ahead and take a moment to recognize all the mothers and wish them happy Mother's Day. And with that said, again, thank you so much for all the incredible work, staff and department heads. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilmember Chavez. Up next, Councilwoman Sanchez.
Once again, thank you to staff and to my colleagues. Like you noticed today, we may not agree on everything. We can agree to disagree, but I think at the end of the day, we are Team Bell Gardens and we want what's best for our community. So being able to continue working together is important. So I think like we should do that like we displayed today. Also, it's going to be Student Leadership Day later on this week on April 30th. So I'm excited for all of us to participate and to be involved with the students of Montebello Unified School District, as well as the department heads that will be there to facilitate the day for them. Thank you.
I really quick just want to say thank you and have a good night.
Thank you so much, everyone, for such a productive meeting from our legal team, city manager, department heads. Thank you so much. Earlier in the year, I did bring up an idea of having a council meeting being held somewhere else outside of the council chambers, mainly to spice it up a bit and also see if we could see an uptick in community engagement. And I just wanted to check in and see if it'd be possible. We could do it sometime this next month. Seeing the logistical details behind the council meeting from IT and beyond. Just wanted to check in and see if that would be possible.
Sure, Mayor. So we had looked at, based on the direction we got a couple months ago, we were looking at potentially June 8th or June 22nd. But just due to a couple of the items that are coming, particularly in the June 8th council meeting, are concerned, just to make sure that we've got everything set up. The staff recommendation would be to move it maybe to the next meeting, to the May 11th meeting. June 8th would be a difficult one, I think, for a couple of reasons, or the June 22nd meeting, if that's not too far out. But we definitely could do one. There's no reason, talking with staff, that we couldn't get one done May 11th or June 22nd. June 8th is just a difficult one.
Thank
So,
you.
Mayor, if I just may add, so if we were to move the meeting to a different location, it would be considered a special meeting, so just something to take into consideration. Given that we received direction to come back at the next meeting for closed session, I would just ask if we could have maybe the closed session here and then a special meeting wherever else it may be, if it's for the next council meeting. So just a thought.
you so much.
If I may
Yes.
comment on that real quick. It's probably pretty cold still. I made a point to tell people about the upcoming event. So, you know, consider that because it will get hot. It is getting hotter the longer we wait. So I just want to throw that out there.
So in order to make this happen, would it require a motion, a second?
Just direction.
Just direction. All right.
If I may.
Yeah, please.
Sorry. Just a suggestion. This is my thought. I figured why not pair it up with one of the events for the summer that we're gonna have, right? We have summer concerts and movies. They're done Tuesdays and Thursdays at the park. Or Thursdays. They used to be Tuesdays and Thursdays during COVID. And I thought why not just try to, if we already have the audience there, either we can begin the meeting before the showing, whatever we're gonna show, or maybe we push the movie or the concert ahead, so then we could do the meeting. Preferably, I think we should do the meeting first, and then we do the concert, because then people sometimes maybe they won't be there for the council meeting. But anyways, just a thought, and I think we've done something similar when we've had our budget workshop meeting at Ross Hall. I think we did that last year, and that was, I mean, it was a good turnout too. Just a thought. Or maybe we could do it at what is the event, Mike? The one that we're going with FIFA?
So yes, Councilmember, that's on June 18th at Veterans Park. That would be for the FIFA World Cup watch party. So it's not the aquatic center, but you know, I think if the meeting goes well, you know, we kind of get the hang of doing these outdoor meetings. It doesn't stop us from doing another meeting maybe in the summertime still at the aquatic center in the amphitheater.
Yeah, I'd love that. Maybe when we're out there, I don't know what time the game is. I think it's like at 6 or something. If it's at 6, maybe, you know, after the game or before the game, you know, we can maybe kick the ball around for a bit.
We would set it up as a special meeting, so it'd be outside of the June 8th meeting.
I will not be here that week. So if you are comfortable with moving forward with the meeting without legal counsel, then, or at least with me, I obviously would have other legal counsel.
Manny Cruz raised his hand.
I was about to say, I tell you, I watched that planning commission meeting. Manny Cruz, he's on top of his game. We might have a new partner at AMLO soon.
Maybe at the direction of the council. I mean, we will make it happen. I think June 8th was just a concern for a couple of reasons as far as items that potentially might be coming, and just avoiding any kind of potential IT issues and or challenges that could come from it that would have long-term ramifications. So any of these options will work for staff. That would be the only one that would be of the most concern, is that June 8th meeting. But special meeting on the 18th, meeting on the 22nd, meeting May 11th, whatever the council wants.
It's up to the mayor. I think ideally, do we want a big turnout? Do we want to, you know, do we want to discuss a specific thing with the community there? You know, it just really, you know, I don't know. And I think about maybe the June meetings, they're so close to the fiscal year. Maybe that could be the budget meeting, right? Since we're not going to have it here. Ideally, I don't know.
Yeah, I was looking at the calendar and, you know, considering that movies at the park are on Thursdays, just wanted to see if, you know, make sure that council is also available and you know, want to be mindful of everyone's availability, right, for Mondays. I know you all work outside of council, and just wanted to be mindful of that. But for the time being, let's see, let's see. Let's look into the possibility of holding this sometime in July. Either possibly, if it works for council, we could do it on on July 9th or following or doing it on the 13th, which would also be a Monday for a regular city council meeting.
Move to approve.
I'll second that.
Perfect. We'll keep it open, but let's do it sometime in July. I don't think we need a.
What was the meeting date? that you-
There's two dates thrown around, so there's no more.
Yeah, two dates. July 9th or the July 13th, or possibly also July 23rd. But at this point, the concert at the park, I'm just throwing it out there. Let's do.
Mayor, I think the concerts or movies, you'll have a built-in crowd, but that will generally be a Veterans Park. I think once you're into July, you will have a built-in crowd at the Aquatic Center from, I think, at least from free swim with maybe several hundred people naturally swimming. So I think either of those are probably two really good options for the council.
Yeah.
Do it in the pool or?
Good thing no one will drown because we have a previous lifeguard on council too. So.
Certification expired. I'm sorry.
Alrighty.
The vacation might be expired, but the skill's never gone, you know?
There it is. Perfect. Yeah, let's consider July.
Just for the record, so everybody is aware, we currently have July 13th canceled, or it's a dark meeting. Just, right.
So Mayor, there's multiple opportunity in July. I think we could probably come back even in the next meeting with some options if it would be helpful. We could do a special meeting at one of the events, a regular meeting at the Aquatic Center. If you maybe want to think about it, we could bring it as a discussion item at the next council meeting since we'll have times.
Absolutely. Yeah, let's explore it either July or August. I think weather would be very in our favor. No, but some options would be appreciated. Thank you so much. And of course, this would also keep in mind, any special items that come up, closed session. So I also want to be mindful of that. So thank you so much, everyone. Ya hasta me cortaron el mic. No, hombre. Thank you so much, everyone, and have a good night. Adjourn the meeting at 8:55 p.m.